dad real quick so he doesn't fall in.
Okay, 7 o'clock.
Call order.
Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. Regular meeting of the Borough Council of the Borough of Lodi, New Jersey. Time 7 p.m. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Lodi Borough Clerk has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof published in the Bergen Record by paid legal advertisement on October 21st, 2019, posted in the office of the Borough Clerk and on the Borough website. This meeting is being audio and video recorded.
Well, you have the flag behind you. You want to stand for pledge allegiance?
Yes. Allegiance to the flag.
The flag.
of the United
United
States
States of America.
and
To
to
the
the
republic for which it stands,
One nation,
nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilman Leto,
Here.
Councilman DeCara,
Here.
Councilman Carafa,
Here,
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Present.
Mayor Luna.
Here.
Also present, Borough Carol D'Amico, Municipal Manager Vincent Caruso, Borough Attorney Alan Spinello, Borough Engineer Tom Solfaro, Borough Auditor Frank DiMaria, DPW Director Brian Palladino, Zoning Officer Construction Official Nick Melfi, and CFO Charles Cuccia.
Okay. Before we start the meeting, just like to bow our heads in a moment of silence for all of those family members in Lodi that were lost for COVID. So let's bow our head for a moment of silence. Are there any certificates and awards? Please know that this mayor and council's hearts and prayers go out to everybody affected by this virus, and for those families that lost loved ones in this virus.
And Mayor, this evening we have a mayor and council proclamation thanking those on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Approval of minutes?
Approval of minutes. Executive meeting, March 10th, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Councilman Leto,
Yes.
Councilman DeCara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa. He's muted.
yes,
Deputy Mayor Martin
Yes.
and Mayor Luna.
Yes.
Closed session, March 10th, 2020.
Motion.
Second.
Councilman Leto,
Yes.
Councilman DeCara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa,
yes.
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Yes.
and Mayor Luna.
Yes.
Regular meeting, March 17th, 2020.
Motion. Second.
Councilman Leto,
Yes.
Councilman DeCara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa,
Yes,
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Yes.
and Mayor Luna.
Yes. Any communications?
Received and filed, Mayor.
Report of the manager, Chief?
Yes, sir. Just a couple quick things. Borough Hall still remaining open. We have essential staff here. As you can see, me and Carol in Borough Hall right now. Everything is running as smoothly as it can. Providing the services that we can. The only thing that's getting backed up a little bit is municipal, as you know. I have a meeting with them next week to work on that.
I'm sorry, Vin,
Sorry,
can you just repeat municipal what? Because you were kind of cut
Court.
out.
Municipal court.
Thank you.
Backlog. That's not just us, it's everywhere.
Right.
You're gonna see on the agenda tonight, there's an emergency appropriation concerning the gas pumps. We had a situation where our 30-year-old plus tank that we store fuel in for all borough vehicles, for the borough of Wallington as well, and the Board of Ed had a leak, and it contaminated the fuel system, and also damaged, not damaged, but caused a few police cars to get repaired. That's how we found out about it. So there's an emergency appropriation on the agenda tonight for that. And lastly, the CFO, Mr. Cuccia, and Frank DiMaria, our borough auditor, have the budget just about ready for intro at the next meeting.
Resolutions?
Resolutions, executive meeting Tuesday, May 12th, 2020, 7 p.m. Regular meeting Tuesday, May 19th, 2020, 7 p.m.
Consent agenda?
Consent agenda. These resolutions are matters covering operation of government, will be passed by roll call vote, covering all items on the consent agenda. Resolution number 20-40, approving bills for April 2020. Resolution number 20-41, approving the issuance of a vehicle dealer license to A1 Auto LLC, 16 Route 46 East Lodi, and authorizing the Fire Marshal Fire Prevention Bureau to issue the aforesaid license in accordance with its application and ordinance number 808-31. Resolution number 20-42, establishing the rate of interest for delinquent taxes. Resolution number 20-42, to consent to Passaic Valley Water Commission license to McKay Brothers LLC and co-license agreement, and authorizing Mayor Scott A. Luna to execute the consenting co-license agreement. Resolution number 20-44, to amend CY 2020 capital budget. Resolution number 20-45, declaring a local public emergency, refurbishing a fueling system at the DPW complex, and authorizing the municipal manager to immediately procure any action necessary in order to correct the conditions set forth in this resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Councilman Lega,
Yes.
Councilman DeChara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Yes.
and Mayor Luna.
I'm going to abstain on a resolution 20-40, F0143, 20-00414, and yes on the rest. Ordinances, Karen?
I'd like to make an announcement that we're going to have a hearing and adoption on ordinance number 2020-05. If there's any citizen that would like to call in during the hearing on this adoption, the call-in number is 973-859-7400. Hearing and adoption ordinance number 2020-05, to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank.
Is there anyone wishing to be heard at this time to call in about ordinance number 2020-05?
Again, the call-in number is 973-859-7400.
Hey, Vin, is this delayed too with Swagat, like the 30-second delay?
Yes. I think we're having some technical difficulties though. I'm texting them now.
Okay.
It's showing live here. So I don't know why it's not showing live online, and I'm trying to figure that out now.
working on their test page, then.
What's that?
It's working on their test page,
Yeah,
right? You see that?
yep.
All right, last call. Anybody wishing to be heard on ordinance number 2020-05? Carrie, you want to give the number again?
Number to call in to be heard on the hearing of this ordinance, 973-859-7400.
Get a motion to close and adopt?
Motion.
Need a second?
Do we get a motion to close and adopt?
Motion.
Second.
Councilman Neto,
Yes.
Councilman DeChara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Yes.
and Mayor Lewin.
Yes.
Introduction ordinance number 2020-06. Bond ordinance to authorize the refurbishment of the vehicle fueling system at the DPW complex in by and for the Borough of Lodi in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $200,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
We get a motion?
Got a motion.
Second.
Second.
Councilman Leto,
Yes.
Councilman DeChara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Yes.
and Mayor Lewin.
Yes. Are there any B resolutions?
Hold on, Mayor?
Yeah.
And Chuck, I don't know if you can answer this too. We're obviously having a problem with this broadcasting live. I'm trying to reach them, but I don't know how you want to handle this, the fact that the meeting is not going live.
Mayor, may I?
Yeah, Chuck, go ahead.
I would suggest that we hold it until the next meeting for the vote.
Okay.
We've asked for the hearing, but it would probably be appropriate to hold it.
Okay.
That's on ordinance 2020-05, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the
Right. The introduction ordinance, I think, would be okay for 2020-06.
Yes, because there's no public hearing.
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
I agree.
Is this meeting being recorded then?
Yes, the meeting's being recorded and it'll be available afterwards, but it's not streaming live right now.
Okay, all right, that's good.
But anybody who watches this will understand that we're going to reintroduce that hearing and adoption at our next meeting.
Yes.
Okay, so the hearing and adoption for ordinance number 2020-05 will be tabled this evening and will be carried over to our next meeting, May 19th, 2020 at 7 p.m.
Thank you, Carol.
B resolutions? Okay, just a quick update. I'd like to thank Mayor's report for the month. We've got a lot of things going on in town, as you know. Just to touch on some positive things, I'd like to thank all of our healthcare professionals, our first responders, our educators, our essential workers, our food service workers, a lot of our volunteers out there that are supporting our seniors with food banks, some private volunteers that have built up Lodi residents are feeding our hospital workers. Also, thank you to many of our local restaurants who are donating and offering discounts to our residents. Today came in Mr. Sam Patel, the new owner of Buy Right, donated a case of gloves, like 10 boxes to our PD. I want to thank him for that. And the CML Corp and manager Henry Zeiss, Board of Ed trustee Sharon Salvation for delivering the donuts to the Lodi Police Department, Ambulance Corp, and a DPW. And last but not least, our
Yeah.
DPW has been going nonstop, and I'd like to thank and commend Brian Palladino for it, along with his crew, for hanging the banners of support on 46 Bridge, all of our light poles. We purchased some lights in front of the rotunda in the Borough Hall. Will be lit up with blue or rainbow colors in support of all of our first responders. So I want to thank them for that, and it's a good job. Any other reports from the council?
Yes, I mean, I'd just like to also echo your sentiments on our first responders and our emergency units, ambulance corps, police department, fire department, our healthcare workers, obviously, being in that setting. It's kind of surreal for what they're going through. Thank you to Brian and your crew, Brian and Vinny Caruso, for setting this all up, and everybody's doing a great job. But the one thing I'm going to bring out to my fellow council members is I'm going to donate my council stipend for the month of April and May to either a food bank or the county food bank. I'm going to make some calls tomorrow. So I'm going to urge that the rest of my council members join me in donating our stipend for the month of April and May to assist those in need.
Amen.
So
Good.
if you're on board,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's a
Good
great
idea.
idea, Dep. I'm into.
So
Yep.
I'll make the arrangements, and obviously we'll write personal checks, but we'll donate our stipend for at least the minimum of the next couple of months to assist those in need. That's all I have. Thank you, and thank you for joining me.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I'd like to say a few words. I want to thank all citizens for complying in Governor Murphy's orders to stay at home. Hopefully we're almost there, and we'll all get through this together. I'd like to ask if all citizens could be kind to our police, our first responders, our restaurant owners and workers, and also our shops and supermarkets. Try to be kind to all. We're all going through this together. That's all from me.
I'm going to see. Mayor and council, I just started to give reports.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Forget you one more place.
I'm not going to reiterate everything, but I agree with everything everybody's saying. Thank you to our first responders and to the citizens of Lodi.
I feel
Report
the
from
same way.
zoning?
I think we all feel the same way.
Mayor, you all received my report last week. It's lengthy. I'm not going to read it. Just to keep you up on drift, I did have a staff Zoom meeting today with the girls in the office and everything to see how everything is working on their end. Everything seems to be going pretty good. They've been coming in. I have them all scheduled coming in at certain days and only certain times of those days that they allowed in the building to get their paperwork, bring it home, to make deposits, and to keep it going. Most essential work is going on. A lot of the other work has stopped. We are still taking permits in, although we are holding some. We're processing them, collecting the money and holding them that we cannot issue. And in case anybody's gotten any calls, because I've had a bunch of them from the neighbors at 200 Greg Street again, which I have contacted each one of them. I've been down there pretty much every other day now because they're back up and running. They're basically considered an essential construction site because they have to get the wall up, which they're going to start very soon. If not, they did today, to continue the wall to start building number one, because within building number one is the remediation building for the water treatment that's going on over there, because that one garage, they had to take that building down where it was. So I did speak to numerous, probably 4 or 5 neighbors over there and explain to them what was going on. They were all okay with it so far. That's all I have.
Good job, Nick.
Any old business?
Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome.
All right, it's up now.
Again, old business? New business?
Well, just for a second.
Mayor, it's live now.
It's live now, so do you want to go back and do that ordinance again?
Go back and do the ordinance.
Okay.
Just
You want to explain to the public what happened?
Yeah, just give a quick explanation.
Okay, it just came back up live. It should be up now. Yes.
And thank you for taking care of that, working on that. I appreciate it.
It is now, time to refresh.
Refresh it, yeah. Mhm.
You know what?
Chief?
You should tell people if they are trying to watch it to refresh.
Yeah.
Not that I just said it, but you know, if they don't refresh it, it won't go back. It won't automatically go live.
Are you watching it right now? Did it go back up live? Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. Were you calling in for the ordinance or for the hearing of citizens? Okay, hold on 1 minute, please. I'm just going to read the ordinance again, and then I'll pick up your call, please.
Mayor and everybody and those who are now having a live stream, we had a problem with the live stream. I apologize. It was a technical difficulty on the other side, not on our side. But we're live now, and we're going to go back and reread the ordinance that we had tabled, so everybody has a benefit to call in if they wish to.
Okay, so this is hearing and adoption ordinance number 2020-05 to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. The mayor.
Anyone? Yeah, Karen.
No, you go ahead, Mayor.
Anyone wishing to be heard on ordinance number 2020-05, you can call in. Carol, will you read the number?
973-859-7400. Mayor, I just have one person on hold already, so I'm going to just get a fresh piece of paper. The first call that I have calling in is Joseph Augusta. I'm going to pick up the call.
Hang up the phone. He's still on hold, right?
Mhm.
Now press the extension and the speaker button. And
Joe?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we have Joseph Augusta for Wissy Court, Joe?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so in regards to this ordinance, we're gonna increase the budget, this year's budget, by 3.5% to almost $1 million. Is that correct?
Council, can you hear him? Can you hear the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I heard it.
Mr. Di Maria?
He's got to unmute himself.
We're not increasing the budget, you're increasing the limitation for the calculation, and we're just same question last year. We just save it so it have to do it by ordinance, so it you can carry it for 2 years, and then the oldest year drops off. You're not increasing the spending amount, you're increasing the limitation. So you're saving that gap between what you're spending and the limitation. That's all you're doing.
Well, I saw the public notice and it said that this year's budget is gonna be increased by almost $1 million. So if we're gonna be, if 3.5% of your ordinance fund, is that the one that's being utilized, or are we utilizing the one from 2 years ago?
Carol, can you, or Vinnie, can you repeat his question?
He asked if you are increasing the budget. Joe, can you repeat it again? I'm sorry.
So, you increasing the budget by 3.5%. I saw the public notice that says it's gonna raise the budget for 2020 by almost $1 million.
He said that excuse me, Joe. He said he saw the public notice that said the budget was going to be increased by $1 million.
It's the limitation, not the budget.
Limitation, yeah.
You're raising.
Mr. Di Maria responding?
Yeah,
Okay.
so there's a delay on the video, so you can't follow it by the video.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I understand that. What's the 2020 budget, what's the entire budget for the municipal budget for 2020?
You really can't start getting into questions about the budget till you introduce it and advertise for a
It's
hearing.
going to be introduced next meeting, Joe.
You have to, that still has to happen at the hearing. Until it's been
Discussion of
properly.
budget until it's introduced.
So it's
Hasn't been introduced yet.
the budget at all? Is it increasing the budget?
He's asking if
Limitation. It's the limitation. It's not increasing the budget. It's the limitation.
the budget increasing the limitation.
You know, what I see online is that it's increasing it by almost $1 million. Okay, but, so you don't know what the number is on this year's budget?
It's not finalized yet. You have to wait for the introduction before that information can be given out.
Well, what's introduced so far?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So far.
We're still on a temporary
Right.
budget until it's introduced, Mr. Augusta.
What's the temporary budget?
20% of last year's budget is typically what the budget is. The temporary,
6.25.
26.25?
Right.
26.25?
Right, that's the temporary budget. 26.25% of last year's budget.
26.25% of last year's budget, and there's no, that's why it's not posted online, because it's still, aren't you supposed to make the introduced budget, aren't you supposed to post that online as well?
It hasn't been
Hasn't been
introduced.
After introduction.
introduced next month.
It's gonna be introduced next month, what's the deadline?
Everything was pushed back because of the obvious things that are going on in the state right now.
So normally, typically, it would have been introduced by now, correct?
Didn't the governor extend everything until September?
Everything's been pushed back. You're not behind anything. You're doing it next month. So there's
What's the normal budget date, Frank?
we usually introduce in March.
March, okay. It's usually introduced by March. That's usually the deadline.
Introduced by March, so the public notice, regarding this, not the budget, but regarding this ordinance that you're passing, and then, there's something to the effect of an increase, that the mayor and council find it, fitting to increase the budget by 3.5%, which results in almost $1 million
Budget.
over last year.
Did you say the budget's not being increased?
I think I said it like 3 times already. The limitation is being increased. So what your budget is versus this limitation, that gap, you do this ordinance so you can bank that.
But the ordinance, public notice said that it's actually being increased by that amount. It doesn't say anything about percentage increase or limitation, it says it's being increased by that.
I don't know, man, what else can I say?
No,
It's
you
a
can't.
limitation increase.
Other
It's a
questions?
limitation increase, and I'm sure that the rest of the council here is going to trust our professionals here and trust their opinions on it at the end of the day.
Dollar amount. There was no attached to it. It's anything about a limitation. No, it's an increase, but, okay, so no budget, you don't know, you can't tell me any numbers as far as compared to last year, what the number's gonna be this year. And I can expect that next month, you said?
That's correct.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, all right, thank you, Joe.
Anyone else wishing to be heard on this ordinance 2020-05?
I'll just read the number one more time, Mayor, 973-859-7400.
Just give it a good minute, Mayor, because of the delay.
Get a motion to close and adopt?
Motion to close and adopt the hearing.
Second.
Leto? Councilman Leto.
You froze?
No, unmute yourself.
He might have froze.
Oh, he's frozen.
All right, skip it. Oh, there he goes.
There he is.
Letter?
Mute yourself, Joe. Mute yourself, Joe. Go into chat room and tell him.
Hello?
All right.
Yeah, I think my internet gave out a little bit. Did I miss something?
Yep, we adopted the hearing. We're taking a vote.
Oh, yes, yes.
Hello? No, I hung up. I asked you if that was it, and you said yes. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm going to call back. Hold on. I'm just taking the vote. Councilman Leto, he's muted again.
You
Joe.
said yes, Carol.
He's muted.
Joe, unmute yourself.
I think he's froze.
Abstaining. We have no votes, no?
It's the young people with this technology.
He's indicating yes.
Okay.
Okay. Councilman DeChara,
Yes.
Councilman Carafa,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martin,
Yes.
and Mayor Luna.
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll move forward to the hearing of citizens. Okay, I'll just make the announcement one more time. I do have someone on hold already. The hearing of citizens, the phone number to call in is 973-859-7400.
Carol, is there a 5-minute time limit?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yes. You just handled it.
Okay. So the first caller is Joseph Augusta for Rizzi Court. No? Okay, hold on one second. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right, so I just want to let everyone know, and I want to know what's being done. Oil Gallery has been open every day this month as far as the normal business hours, Monday through Saturday. Customers coming in, they're browsing, they're detailing the cars, getting them ready for them. They're operating as if nothing was going on, in complete violation of Executive Order 107. Today. So I want to know what's being done as far as enforcing 107, Executive Order 107, and how many violations have they been issued? How are they allowed to continue to operate? They're also operating out of the 153. They're at 165, right next to it 155, and then next to that 153. That building has no CO, and they're conducting improvement on that process as well. You can get Mr. Murphy to answer as to what's going on with that property, 153. Why are they allowed to conduct business in a building and a property that has no CO? Why are they allowed to conduct business when they're a non-essential business? They're not supposed to be open. They're open. They have, people coming in, not only people around New Jersey, but from all over, out of state. How are they going to do the contact tracing? They're closing businesses for a reason, right? They're closing businesses and continue to have car carriers parking the shoulder and upload, endangering people's lives. That's right, endangering people's lives. What's better by having this, with shut down, having people come around, browse, being safe, contact with each other. Going on. So how is that possible? Every day. How is that possible? So can somebody answer as to how that's possible?
Mr. Malfi?
Nick, you aware of that?
Yeah, I wasn't aware of it, Mayor, and I will pass up there tomorrow and see what's going on. And to your answer, Joe, we've been very lax on doing anything with car dealerships to have any interaction regarding what's going on with this virus, to have any interaction whatsoever with any business owners for the most part of it. I said, we're doing essential inspection only, Joe.
On the agenda, Was there a license issue today? In a non-essential business? I mean, what was the purpose of even issuing the license? Did that happen?
I didn't hear his question.
Was there a license
Was
issue?
there a license issue to a used car dealer today? Because it was on the agenda. That part wasn't available.
That was for a used car dealership.
So how do you issue a license when they're not even allowed to be open? What sense does that make?
This license was applied for about a month and a half ago, Joe, and it wasn't processed properly.
How do you issue a license when they're not even allowed to be open?
Joe, it's very easy, Joe. I can issue a CO for business. We can issue a CO for any business and give them, but they know they cannot open.
Council voted on it, but the council has the authority to issue a dealership license. So the council issued this license, and did everybody on the council vote to approve? What was the vote on that license?
It was, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll find it out, but I know for a fact, but I don't even
No,
know.
it was all approved, Joe.
All the inspections were done and it was all in order, so there would not be a reason not to approve, because before we approve a license, it goes through a protocol for it to be approved. I know we're approving COs for people who have to own their houses too.
Are they allowed to continue to operate in complete violation of Executive Order 1? And sometimes they're open, and they don't have to carry the work. Like, they almost feel like nothing's gonna happen.
Well,
They're allowed to be open.
well, correct me if I'm wrong, that Executive Order 107 mentions nothing about not approving a license for any non-essential business. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, Councilman Martin, once a license is submitted, it must be approved or disapproved for transfer. As far as opening or closing the business, they must wait till Executive Order 107 is complete. Excuse me 1 second. But as far as Executive Order 107, car dealerships can be open for the purpose of providing maintenance and repair services and auto mechanics, and also ordering online. But if it's anything more than that, we would refer it to the police department.
It's never been issued a CO to provide that service, so that doesn't apply to them whatsoever.
Yeah, Nick.
That's 5 minutes.
Okay, your time is up. Thank you.
Something breaks down to repair it. They don't do that, and they're not authorized to do it anyway, and they don't have the facilities to do it. So that doesn't apply to them. They are a non-essential business that should have been, and they could open.
Okay, Joe.
Time's up.
Hey, Joe,
Thank
that's
you.
5 minutes.
Next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, anyone else? Anyone else wishing to be heard?
Carol, Borough Clerk, is there anyone else on the line?
So,
Here we go.
Joe Councilman.
I'll call you right
We
back.
can give it a second, or should we just move on?
Yeah, that's it. We get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Sorry, who made the motion? Emil?
Joe Leto.
Motion.
And Emil second.
Second.
Thank you. Councilman Leto?
Yes.
Councilman DiChiara?
Where is he?
I think he left,
He
Councilman-
might have lost his connection.
probably.
Councilman Carafa?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martin?
Yes.
And Mayor Luna?
Yes.
Time is 7:39 PM.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
gentlemen.
everyone. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
thank you.
Stay safe.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.